Hi, everybody. So it just made me pivot the camera at the very last second. So hopefully you can see me okay. Hi, hi, hi. It's always good to take a few deep breaths before you go live because you never know what's going to happen. So tonight's class is going to be a 30-minute breathe and balance. So the idea is during this sort of chaotic 2 weeks leading up to Christmas to pause, little time out, and to set the intention of calm energy to carry over, hopefully a sense of balance and peace into the holiday season and hopefully all areas of your life. So I hope you're doing well. All you need tonight is a mat, but if you have a couple pillows, maybe you want to grab them from the couch, you can sit up on them to start. And we're going to just start with a breathing exercise. So many of you have done this with me before, but if not, and if breathing is new for you, or breathing exercises, I should say, are new for you, have a sense of patience with it. We're going to do box breath tonight, which sends a calming message to the central nervous system. And I know lots of, hopefully, your animals and your kids are joining too, and I would love to see and hear in the comments what's on your Christmas list this year. I don't have a lot on my Christmas list. I'm more in the space at this age of less is more and simplifying, but I would love to know what's on your Christmas list. That's sort of fun. So again, beginning with box breath, and then we're going to do some strength and some flexibility and some balance poses. So coming to an easy seated position, sitting up on pillows if you like, crossing your legs, of course bringing awareness to posture. So heart is lifted, belly is pulled gently in, crown of the head is spiraling up to the sky. You can roll your shoulders up, back, and down, and if you'd like to, you can turn your palms to face up and bring your thumb and your index finger together to touch. To start with, let's just take a deep breath in through the nose, so just calm energy in with your inhale. And as you exhale, just land on your mat in the present moment. So a lot of you know that I'm a huge fan of The Christmas Carol. It's one of my favorites. I've seen it up 100 times in many theaters at different places. And I love the theme of Ghost of Christmas Past, Present, and Future, and how the actions that we take today is going to fill your self-care cup so full, so overflowing, that you can be a positive ripple to other people. All right, so box breath, let's get to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in for a count of 4. I'm going to talk you through it. You're going to hold your breath for a count of 4. You're going to exhale for a count of 4. And then you're going to hold your breath at the bottom of the exhale for a count of 4. And again, this sends a calming message and balances the body and the brain to allow you to feel more present and more peaceful. Okay, so just take an easy breath to prepare. And exhale, let it go. And here we go. Breathe in for 4, 3, 2, hold your breath, 4. Exhale for 4. And hold your breath for 4. Do it again. Breathe in for 4. Hold. Exhale. Hold the bottom of the exhale. One more time. Breathe in. Hold. Exhale. And hold. And then just breathe normally. And hopefully just from that 30 seconds or so of conscious, deep, cleansing, balanced breath, you already feel a little bit more grounded, a little bit more peaceful, a little bit more calm. That's the hope. We're going to practice it again at the end, but for now, let's go ahead and come off of your pillow if you are sitting one and shift your weight into child's pose. So hands are going to be out in front of you at the front edge of your mat, and then hips back to heels and forehead can be down to your mat. Let's take a deep breath in and out through your nose. And exhale, relax any tension that you're holding in your face, neck, shoulders, and jaw. And remember, this is an all-level class. It's pretty gentle, pretty easy tonight, but at any time that anything we're doing feels like a little too much, you can always rest back to child's pose. And then go ahead and shift forward. I want you to actually start lying down on your back, so you're going to flip over and lie down on your back. You're going to give yourself a big hug just to start with. So knees are going to be into your chest. You're going to hug yourself just for showing up for this practice tonight. And we're going to start with kind of a reverse spinal balance. So lying on your back, spinal balance. All right. So it looks like this. You're going to extend your right leg out straight. Your right arm's going to be right by your right leg, and your left arm's going to be over your head with your left knee bent. Okay, belly pulled in, nice deep breath as you lengthen. And as you exhale, we're going to scissor and switch that. So left leg will be straight, left hand will be right on top of your left thigh. And you're going to inhale, reach through your fingertips and your toes, and exhale, switch. So let's just keep alternating this at your own pace. I want you to mindfully try to connect your movement with your breathing. That also sends a calming message to your central nervous system. You're pulling your belly in, you're reaching from your fingertips to your toes, and just alternating right and left. Let's do 4 to 6 more. Okay, so just balance it out. Keep that belly pulled in, keep lengthening through the fingertips, and keep consciously trying to connect your movement with your breathing. Let's do last 2. And this is your last 1. And give yourself a big hug again. Now you can either roll onto your side. I've got to hold onto my Santa hat and sit yourself up. You can roll onto one side and sit yourself up. You can just rock and roll up, whatever feels better for you. I want you to sit up nice and tall. Grab right underneath your thighs and row your shoulder blades back and together. So you're sitting right on top of your sitting bones and you feel the crown of your head or your Santa hat reaching up to the sky. Okay, so sitting up nice and tall. You're just going to shift back and just extend your right leg straight. And it doesn't have to be all the way straight. So if your hamstrings are feeling kind of tight today, just do the best you can. It can be, straight as you can get it, but all the way straight if that works for you. You're going to inhale, keep rowing those shoulder blades back and together, and then switch. So point the left toes up to the ceiling, shoulder blades back together, belly pulled in, and you're balancing right behind your tailbone. And then just keep alternating right and left. And then if that's going okay for you, you're going to have the option to take both legs and extend them out straight into full boat pose. And for those of you who want to let go and you're feeling adventurous, feel free to let go. Focus right out beyond your toes and hold for 3. Good core strengthener for 2. And 1. Your knees are going to bend, your feet are going to be flat, your fingertips are going to turn in to face you. You're going to press down with your hands and lift up with your chest. And then if you want to, from there, you're going to press down with your feet and lift your hips up to the ceiling in reverse tabletop. So you're pressing down, your fingertips are pointing in, and your hips are lifting up. This is a great way to open up the chest and the shoulders. And you're going to release your tailbone back down. Good. So I have a roaring fire here going to me to the side, but it made me turn the camera so you can't even see the fireplace. But, it's like hot yoga in here. I hope you're feeling toasty warm as well. We're going to continue the warm up. So go ahead and shift your hips back onto your heels. Come back into child's pose. And then we're going to do a spinal balance in a kneeling position. So take a nice deep breath in and out through the nose. Send that calming, balancing message into your central nervous system with your breath. And then go ahead and shift forward onto your hands and your knees. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see this is spinal balance, super easy movement. Crown of the head reaching straight forward, tailbone straight back, hands aligned right underneath the shoulders. You're going to take the right leg and extend it straight back. And then the left arm and reach it straight forward so that the left arm is right by the left ear and the left thumb is pointing up to the ceiling. You've got a little bend in your right elbow. You're going to take a deep breath in. You can flex your right foot as well. And then go ahead and release your hand and your knee and let's switch sides. So your left leg's going to go straight back. Your right arm's going to reach straight forward. Your thumb is reaching to the ceiling and your right arm is right by your right ear. Hips are level, belly's pulled in. You're going to breathe in and then you're going to exhale and lower it back down. So pick up the pace with that. Right leg, left arm, lower down, right arm, left leg. It's just exactly what we did, sort of exactly what we were doing when we started that lying on the back, alternating. Okay, just working on balancing. And again, just connecting movement with breathing. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. One more time on each side. Beautiful. And then from there, let's come into our first downward facing dog. So curl your toes, lift your hips up, press Back with your hips and tailbone to the sky. You can pedal out your heels, bend the left knee, drop the right heel, and then bend the right knee, drop the left heel. And then just continue to pedal that out. Let's bring awareness to the hands so you're really grounding yourself. Again, feeling that sensation of palms pressing down to send that calming message, feeling balanced and peaceful. And then go ahead and walk your hands backwards towards your feet. We're going to come into ragdoll from here. So if you separate your feet wider than your hips and grab onto opposite elbows and then just sway from right to left, releasing all tension in the face and the head and the neck and the shoulders, and then allowing that rocking to sway from right to left just to release everything. Take one more very conscious deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, relax even more, and just bring awareness to your feet for a second. So just notice if you can shift your weight slightly forward into your toes or back into your heels so you feel a little bit more balanced. Then release the fingertips to touch the mat. We're going to turn the toes out and the heels in, and we're going to come into a deep squat position for garland pose. So you can have your palms pressing together, press your elbows into your knees to kind of press the knees a little bit more open. And then what you're going to do is release the right hand up to the ceiling and get a little gentle twist with your garland pose. Good. Look up towards your right hand, take a big breath. And then slowly release, come back to center and switch sides. So left arm's going to sweep up. You're going to breathe in and release it back down. Let's do one more in each time. So inhale, lift, rotate and reach, and come back to center and take it to the other side, up and reach, and back to center. Beautiful. Release your fingertips down, lift your hips up, toe heel your feet together so your big toes and your ankles are side by side. You're going to slide your hands to your shins, pull your belly in, slide your shoulder blades back in together. Exhale, come into a forward fold and relax your head and your neck. We're going to come all the way up to standing so you can roll up to standing, stacking one vertebrae on top of each other. Stand up and reach to the sky. Take a big breath and then come into mountain poses, which is one of the most basic but grounding poses there is. So good posture, good alignment, feet grounding down, belly in, heart lifted. How about we do tree pose? You knew that was coming, right? So we're going to just start with mountain pose, and then we're going to transition into, let's start with the left foot. So whichever one you want to start with is totally fine. If you need a little help with balance, have something close by that you can hold on to. If you are on a carpeted surface like I am, it's a little bit tougher. You can have your foot below your knee, or it can be above your knee on your inner thigh. Let's draw the hands to heart center. Pause, breathe. And then if you want to, go ahead and release and reach the hands out and up. We are open to receive positive energy. We are part of a ripple effect. So when we take care of ourselves and we fuel ourselves with positive energy, then we can be both a receiver of positive energy and also then a transmitter. One more very deep breath in, and then hands back to heart center. Let's switch sides. Beautiful. Calm energy in, balanced and conscious. Hands to heart center. Let's go ahead and switch. Bring your weight into the opposite foot. So the foot can be down again on the calf. You can always do baby tree with one toe on the floor. Totally good. On the calf or above the knee. And then draw the thigh and the foot towards each other so you feel strong and balanced. Hands can be in heart center. Or you can go ahead and release and draw the hands all the way out and up to the sky. And look up, because where your vision goes, your energy goes, you want that positivity. Again, we're open to receive positive energy. And you are like a tree, like reach for the sky. Shine your light. Take one more breath. And then exhale, draw your hands in and back to heart center and release your foot. Take a big breath in. Calm energy in on the inhale, and then mountain pose, hands down by your side. Okay, we're going to do star pose next. So you're going to take your feet wider than your mat, probably off of your mat if you're like me and your mat is set up this way, but you can turn to the side as well on your mat if that's better you know, if you have a wood floor or so. Either way. So your toes are turned slightly out, your heels are in, and then you're going to reach out and up towards the sky. So this is 5-pointed star, and look up. Again, just receive that positive energy. And then from there, let's turn to the right knee and come into a high lunge position. So you're pivoting, this right thigh is parallel to the ground, the fingertips are reaching up, you're looking upward and taking a deep breath in. And then go ahead and turn back to your 5-pointed star. And then exhale, switch to lunge on the other side. Drop your hips as low as you can, thighs parallel to the ground, fingertips are reaching out and up to the sky. Take a big breath in, and then come all the way back to center, and we're going to do a straddle stretch. So draw your hands to your hips. This is such a great heart opener and hamstring stretch. So press your hands into your sacrum, lean back, open through the heart center. And then from your heart center, pull your chest and your heart forward and release all the way down into a straddle stretch. So you can take your feet a little wider than your hips if you want to. Wider to the outside edge of your mat. If you want to go a little deeper in your stretch, your toes are slightly angled in, your heels are angled out, and then your forehead is releasing towards the mat. If you want to, you can add a chest expansion, which is another great heart opener. You can add that in as well, which also feels fantastic. Or you can keep your hands still supporting on the floor beneath you. Wherever you are, like take one more conscious deep breath in and out through your nose. And as you exhale, see if you can soften and relax a little bit more into your stretch. And then from there, your hands are going to release back down onto the mat. If they were behind you, you're going to walk around and come into a downward facing dog. So stepping one foot back into a downward facing dog, press through your palms, drop through your heels, and cautiously breathe in and out through your nose. On your next inhale, let's come to a plank pose right into the top of a push-up. If you want to modify, you can go ahead and do that by bending your knees to the mat. Bend your elbows and lower all the way down onto your belly. Softly land. Point your toes open through the heart center. So this is really such an important thing to do right now. Open to receive positive energy through your heart. Take a big breath. And exhale, release back onto your belly and push back into your child's pose. Hips to heels, forehead down onto your mat, and deep breaths in and out through your nose. On your next inhale, you're going to shift forward onto your hands and your knees, and we're going to do a modified version of a side plank with a balanced half bow pose, turning that into dancer's pose next, okay? So stay with me, just a few more poses. So we're going to come into a modified side plank. Your left arm is going to be right underneath your shoulder and your elbow, so you've got a straight line. You're going to pivot to the side, rolling the right side of your ribcage open. From there, you're going to pick up the right foot and then bend that right knee and reach around and grab the foot. So we're in a balanced version of a dancer's pose, basically. Modified dancer's pose, modified side plank. So you're kicking the foot into the hand, and if you can take your hand and roll it to the inside of your foot, so it's in the arch of your foot, right? And your right thumb is right out over your right big toe. And then look up to the ceiling and just open up through the chest and the shoulders. You should feel a quad stretch, a chest opener, some strength, some balance, all that's going on at the same time. Consciously breathing in and out through the nose to be calm and balanced. Beautiful. Release. Come all the way up from there. So you're using your balance here to just lift yourself back up, right? A little bit harder if you're not on a carpet surface. If your knees are sensitive, you can always add extra padding underneath your knees. Let's get the other side. So you're going to come down to that modified side plank. And you got a straight line from your elbow to your wrist to your shoulder, okay? You're going to pick your left leg straight up. You're going to reach around. You're going to grab that left foot with your left hand, okay? The left shoulder's opening. You feel that chest opener and the quad stretch. You're going to take your left hand, bring it on the inside of your foot. So you're grabbing onto the arch of the foot and your left thumb is right out over your left big toe. Now press your hips forward and bring the focus of your eyes upward towards the ceiling and breathe. Good. So again, we're consciously setting that intention of balance. So if we can feel more balanced in these poses, even if it's a little struggle sometimes, we can hopefully carry that balance off of our mat and into our lives. Go ahead and release that, the hand and the foot. Bring yourself all the way up. Nice job. Okay, come into child's pose. So hips back onto heels, forehead down, and let's put that all together. Then we'll wrap it around and practice that breathing exercise again. We'll finish up with a short shavasana. So child's pose, just resting the hips back onto the heels, the forehead down, the breath in and out through the nose, conscious and calm, grounded, present. On your next inhale, shift forward into your hands and knees, curl your toes, lift your hips up, downward facing dog. Press back. Again, just take your consciousness into your hands and really feel grounded through the fingertips, knuckles, and palms. Walk your hands backwards towards your feet. Separate your feet wide apart. We're going to do one more time through with the garland pose. So the tailbone's going to drop down between the hips, the palms together in prayer, the elbows pressing into the knees, and the heart lifted. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, we're going to rotate and reach the right hand up. Get rotation through the shoulder and the chest. And then exhale, bring it back to center and pause. Inhale. Exhale, switch sides. And back to center, inhale. And exhale, release your fingertips down to touch the mat. Extend your hips up to the ceiling and turn your toes to face forward. Grab onto opposite elbows, come back to ragdoll one more time, swaying from right to left. Relax your head and your neck and let your forearms release. Take one more deep breath and let that swaying from right to left come down to stillness. So feel still and stable and grounded. Release your fingertips to touch the floor, toe heel your feet together. We're going to come back to halfway lift. So hands draw to shins, belly in, shoulder blades back and together. Pause, halfway lift. And exhale into forward fold, crown of the head to the floor, forehead towards the shins. Come all the way up to standing, so rolling up one vertebra at a time. And inhale, take a deep breath in. And exhale to mountain pose, hands down by your side. Okay, we're going back to tree pose and adding on dancer's pose to it. So these are two great balancing poses. Again, if you need some help with a wall or something close by that you can hold on to, feel free to do that. We're going to start with tree pose first. So shifting into one leg, bringing the foot either down onto the calf or up onto the inner thigh. Find your balance. And remember, it's not always easy to do that. So it takes practice. It takes consciousness. We're going to talk a little bit more in a second about some self-care techniques that we can do through the holiday season to be more balanced maybe this year. Go ahead and release the hands out and up. Be open to receive that positive energy. Reach for it. Hold for 3. Again, shine your light and reach for the stars. And then hug that knee into your chest and go straight into dancer's pose. So we practiced it on the floor. You're going to do it now standing on one leg. You're going to reach around, grab the inside of your foot with your hand. Other hand reaches forward, and then draw it out and up and see if you can hold for 3 breaths. If you lose your balance, it is okay. It's about practice. You're here. Do the best you can. That's the only way we get stronger, is we keep trying, we keep practicing. Draw it all the way up to standing. Release that foot. Nice job. Take a deep breath in. We've got one more side. And then we're going to start to wind it down and breathe again. So come back to mountain pose. Good posture. Good alignment. And then transition your weight to your opposite foot. Come into tree on the other side. And hands in prayer. Pause and breathe. And then release those hands out and up to the sky. Focus your eyes on one spot. Open to receive that positive energy, balanced, consciously breathing. And then move straight into knee to chest. So hug that knee into your chest. Pause, lift the chest, pull the shoulder blades back and together. And then reach around, grab the inside of your foot with your hand. Maintain your balance the best you can. And then dancer's pose. 3 conscious breaths. So breathing, focusing, finding a sense of peace and balance, even if you're feeling a little wobbly. And then go ahead and release out of that. Bring your toes together to touch. Nice job. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, go ahead and dive out of it into a forward fold. Relax your head, your neck, your shoulders, let it all go. We're going to do one more vinyasa. So inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale into a forward fold. Walk your hands forward and your feet back. Find your whole body in a straight line and the top of a push-up in plank pose. And then vinyasa, elbows bend, lower down. Inhale, point your toes, open up, back bend. Again, that heart is open to receive positive energy. And then release your chest back down, press with your palms, and make your way to child's pose. Hips to heels and forehead to your mat. On your next inhale, shift forward onto your hands and knees and come back to a seated position. Just like we started 20-25 minutes ago. So if you want to use a pillow from your couch again, I would encourage you to sit up on a pillow. Just makes your posture more lifted. Folding your legs out in front of you. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Lift your heart center, draw the belly in, and drop the tailbone towards the surface beneath you. Turning your palms up to face the ceiling, thumb and index finger together to touch. Back to conscious breath. So just close your eyes for a second and just take the time to go inward. During all of the busyness that's swirling around us, you're taking a pause to go inward and set that intention to breathe and feel more balanced. Again, to fill our self-care cup so we have that good positive energy to be part of a positive ripple effect. So awareness back to your breathing. Just a conscious deep breath in and out through the nose. And we're going to practice that box breath one more time. Okay, so here we go. Breathing in for 4. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Again, inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. One more time. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. And hold. And then just breathe normally. Take a moment to look within. Set that positive intention of peace and balance. And know that sometimes it's just a few breaths away. And so from here, if you can stick with me for just another 2 to 3 minutes, I would love to finish with a reclined short shavasana with a heart opener. And the way that I would love for you to do that is to grab a couple pillows from your couch, if you can. And you can just do regular shavasana. If you don't actually have any pillows near you, it's all good. Just lie down on your back, or you can stay in the seated position if that's your preference. I am going to borrow this Joy pillow from the puppies. Hi, you guys. Aw. And okay, so this is just any prop, but this one's nice because it's kind of long, and but you can take other pillows, whatever you have is great. And then what you're going to do is lie down on your back and have the pillows right underneath your chest, but make sure your head is on the pillow. So your head's just not just dumping back. Your head's on the pillows. Now, I like to do reclined butterfly with this so that the knees are dropping out to the side. It's a great groin and inner thigh stretch as well. You can have your hands resting on your stomach. You can have one hand on your stomach and one hand on your heart, or you can have your hands open by your side with your palms facing up. Okay, this is just such a great heart opener. So you have that subtle lift through the heart center. Again, the idea is we're filling our self-care cup. Our heart is open to receive positive energy. And we're just consciously slowing down. So just take this next 30 seconds to consciously breathe, to be present, and to allow your self-care cup to be filled. While you're here, if you can just take that quick trip from Ghost of Christmas past or present or future. Choose one of those and go to that place in your mind of how you want your holiday season to be. Bring awareness back to your breathing. Give yourself permission, space, and time to just be still. Feel the air coming in through the nose. And as you exhale, soften, relax. Be right here, right now. And then go ahead and bring your knees up to the ceiling so your feet are flat if they were out to the side. And if you are on pillows, you can scooch them out from underneath you so you're just lying flat on your back. And once again, just give yourself a big hug, drawing your knees to your chest, maybe rock yourself from right to left. And then again, either rock and roll yourself up to sitting, or you can roll to one side and press yourself up. And you can certainly stay in your Shavasana longer if that's what you're really needing, or maybe, commit to heading to bed earlier tonight or doing a meditation practice next. That would be great. So as we start to finish off here tonight, I just wanted to take a moment to go through a few things that I would recommend as some sort of winter holiday self-care tips, okay? So number one is healthy boundaries. We talk about this a lot if you've done programs with me in the past, saying no to certain things in order to say yes to other things that are more aligned with you. And sometimes you can just give yourself a little pause and just say, I can't right now, or maybe another time, or whatever it is that you need to do if something's not really feeling like it's going to serve you in whatever way that you need at this particular time in your life. So that's number one, healthy boundaries. The next thing is get outside, take a nice walk with fresh air, get lots of daylight during the day, brisk walk, and obviously exercising on a daily basis. So good, especially through those winter months. And number three is daylight. So in an effort during the daytime to get out as much as you can and getting more exposure to daylight. I mean, it's so key in the winter months. It's we're leading up to the winter solstice and the nights are longer and there's limited daylight. So get outside. The next thing is one of my favorites, you guys. You should do this tonight. I'm going to try to do this tonight myself. An Epsom salt bath. Right? So easy, so inexpensive, so nice. Epsom salt bath, preferably with some essential oils. Balance Blend is one of my favorites. That's a good one to use this time of year. I also love Adaptive. All right. If I lost you guys for a second, I think it froze for a second. The doggies just wanted to say Merry Christmas and happy, healthy holidays. Thanks for being here, everyone. This is Santa's little helper right here. All right, there's the fire that you didn't get to see during class because it made me pivot. But thanks for being here, you guys, and I hope to see you in person very soon. Bye.